Yo, Kasane! Coming all the way to see me? Do you have a crush on me or something?
No, I just came to check on you. Looks like you're fine. Goodbye.
Whoa, I see you still keep things cool. I mean, you're already here. Why don't we go on a date?
No thanks.
Good. Wait, hold on.
What else do you want?
Sorry. I shouldn't have used the D word. How about we take this opportunity to deepen our friendship?
I somehow doubt your motives.
You've been on edge lately. After everything that happened with Naomi, I'm just concerned for you as the team's resident senior. Why don't we let off a little steam? A change of pace over some tea with your trusty mentor.
He may have an ulterior motive. That being said, it might actually be good to talk with him. We're allies after all. So I think it's best that I should, at the very least, try to understand what kind of person he is. Okay, we can talk a little.
Oh, so you're finally on board. Great. Now let's go out on the town.
Am I making a mistake? So what do we need to talk about?
Let's see. I guess an update on how we've been? Although we pretty much already know what we've both been up to. Today's goal is to get you to blow off a little steam, so let's just talk about whatever you want to talk about.
But I don't feel like I need to blow off steam.
Really? Then maybe I'll just ask some questions. Weren't you and Naomi really close?
We're sisters. Of course we were.
But you seem to be even closer than real sisters. Was there something that happened that helped you become so close?
Well, Naomi was always there protecting me because I didn't really have a place in the Randall household. My parents didn't think very fondly of me, and she was the only one who actually treated me with kindness.
Oh, I get it. So you feel like you owe her for helping you through your childhood. Sounds like a great sister to me.
Yes, I suppose you could say that I owe her my life. I wanted to ask him about himself. We've been talking about me the whole time.
You must really love Naomi.
What? Yes. She's the most important person in the world to me.
So, let me ask you this. If you could turn back time to when Naomi was well, do you think you'd want to?
Turn back time?
Then you could go back to the way things were, like nothing even happened.
Of course I want to be together with my sister again. But I can't.
Why?
Because taking away my sister's suffering like it never happened would be denying her entire life.
I see.
Why did you ask me that?
It's just, I've lived a life full of regret, so I'm always thinking about how to face the past. Although you do have a good point. I guess you just need to accept what's happened.
That's enough about me. I'd like to hear about your past mistakes.
Whoa, that's not really something I can just share with you or anyone so easily. I've got to maintain some air of mystery about me.
Oh, really? Then I won't push you.
I mean, we don't want to close the distance between us too quickly. Let's take this slow.
Okay. We ended up barely even talking about him. I did notice he dropped that cheerful facade he always has on for a moment. I think he might be hiding something deeper behind that usual carefree attitude of his. Although I could be reading into it too much.
Damn it!
Shiden? What are you doing?
Kasane, I'm not doing anything.
If you're trying to hide it, why don't you go somewhere people can't see? It's hard to ignore what you're doing to that doll.
What? How long have you been watching?
A while. What's the point of this?
I don't need to be bossed around by you.
This is just small talk. We're teammates. Don't teammates talk like this?
Small talk? Okay, fine. This is called Baki.
I know that. Naomi liked it too.
My parents pushed it on me because it's popular. It's completely not my taste.
Then why do you have it?
It's your fault.
Huh?
Because I lost to you one-on-one. My parents are trying to cheer me up.
You told your family you lost?
Of course not. When I didn't reply for a while, they probably figured out what happened. They've been messaging me non-stop ever since. They even sent me this doll. They probably think I like it. But that's just added pressure. That's why I don't want to reply. And just looking at the message notifications ticks me.
So you were taking it out on the doll?
Yeah. You got a problem with that?
I think that's better than taking it out on the people around you.
Oh. So you weren't making fun of me? Ah.
What was that sound?
How are you doing? We haven't heard from you, so we've been worried. Your mother and father are always on your side. Your mother knows just how strong you are, little Shiden. Do your best and don't lose. I can't wait to hear from you. See you soon.
Did you see that?
I'm sorry, but I did. She's a good mom.
These are the types of messages she keeps sending me. I'm a grown man now, but she keeps treating me like a kid.
You actually messaged through the terminal?
They pushed it on me. I mean, we can directly receive transmissions through the brain, but they want to go through all this trouble.
I don't understand why you're so resistant. You don't like being encouraged by your family?
I'm grateful, but sometimes it doesn't matter how hard you try. There's some things you just can't accomplish no matter how much they expect you to. So when they keep telling me to do my best, it feels like they're blaming my inadequacy.
You're so immature.
What did you say?
Ever since I was adopted into the Randall family, I've never received a single word of encouragement from my parents. I don't mean to compare our lives, and I can't say who's better off. But from where I stand, you're loved and truly blessed. I would even say I'm jealous.
I'm sorry for saying all those things without thinking about your situation. Still, my family's encouragement stresses me out. My parents will praise me no matter how spectacularly I fail. That's no way to measure my abilities. I need to be acknowledged by an objective third party if I'm going to improve.
You're not satisfied being loved by your family? I don't understand why you work so hard just to be acknowledged.
Of course you don't. You're the one who won, so I'm just inferior. I trained so hard for years, and it resulted in a pathetic loss to a rookie. I know you must be laughing at me behind my back.
I'm not. I just don't understand why you need the approval of others. If you explain it to me, I'll try my best to understand.
You want to understand?
That's what I'm telling you.
I'm busy. I'm not obligated to explain anything to you.
He has a lot on his mind. I'll need to talk to him more if I'm going to understand him. I had no idea communicating with people was so hard.
Kasane, listen, I'm not planning to get to know you or the rest of you more than I need to.
That's fine. I try not to get involved in other people's lives.
Right. You don't look much like the social type. That's one of the few things we have in common. I'm not sympathizing with you or anything. Just get out of here!
Listen closely. You can bring out your full potential by working with an excellent colleague. In other words, it's all thanks to me.
Is that so? But doesn't it work both ways?
Thank you for coming today.
There's no need for pleasantries. What do you need from me? So, what things about Kara did you want to ask me?
I wanted to ask you how you see my brother.
Why me? There are a lot of other people who have met him.
You might not like hearing this, but I think the two of you are a bit similar.
Similar? You're not talking about our appearance.
No, not that. So what do you think of my brother?
Well, I'm not really that close to him, and it's not like we've talked a lot. I'd like to hear what you have to say about him first. I'm interested in learning what kind of person Karin is.
All right. Well, he seems like a very straightforward person to me.
Straightforward? I've never felt that way about him.
I'm sure there would be a lot of people who would agree with you. Also, I don't necessarily mean it in a good way. He's overly candid, pushing forward without considering anybody else. That's the kind of person he is.
I kind of understand what you're saying. Okay, let me share my impression of him. I recognize Karin's skills, but I think he's condescending, oppressive, and does whatever he wants. Personally, I'm fine that he acts that way, but I don't understand how someone like that can still be popular.
That's a harsh way to put it. I knew you were like him.
How so?
You're both candid. And you also don't compromise with the path you choose to take.
I would never cause an uprising or incite others to get involved.
Maybe not, but people come to you nonetheless. I think that those with a strong will naturally draw other people to them. That can make people like me, who tend to hide in the shadows, a little jealous.
I'm not sure about that. I don't feel like I draw other people to me like Karin does. I think these straightforward people you talk about often create more discord than not. I'm constantly butting heads with people. I feel like it'd be easier if I were more well-mannered like you.
It's not easier. We all have problems.
That might be true, but you always seem so calm and collected. It's almost hard to believe you're his younger brother. You seem like someone who has everything figured out.
Do I? Anyway, let's call it a day. I'm glad I could talk to you.
Is that all you wanted to talk about? I don't feel like I said much.
No, this has been a very worthwhile conversation for me. Thank you.
Oh, Kasane! How are you?
I'm fine. You look all right too.
I'm sorry. I'm actually not alright. I can't just pretend like nothing happened. I hope we can talk about what's going on. I can't stand being your enemy.
I think it's unfortunate too.
I don't want to fight you. We finally became friends. So why do we have to fight?
As long as you're with Yuito, I'll fight you. There's something I have to do.
That's crazy.
If you don't want to fight, why don't you come with me?
What? What are you saying?
I have to achieve my goal no matter what. So I need fighters. I need you, Hanabi.
Are you telling me to make Yuito my enemy? I could never do that.
If it's hard for sentimental reasons, then you can just give me information. Like where he is or where he's going.
Hey, don't insult me. I would never betray him.
I guess negotiations have broken down. Why are you so angry, though?
Of course I'm angry. Yuito and I grew up together, and he's my friend. He never gives up on his ideals, no matter how hard things are. I know he's worried, and I know it must be hard for him to have to fight you. That's why I have to stand by his side. But you want me to betray him.
All you talk about is Yuito. Why do you care about him so much?
You were the one who started it.
I think we should decide who and why we fight for ourselves, not because of someone else's feelings. Maybe you let other people inform your opinions because you're emotionally immature.
What? How can you say that? I've had enough. I'm going home.
Hanabi? Maybe I said too much. I failed. I don't get it, though. I wanted to know what she thought, but all she talked about was Yuito. She's intense when she talks about him. She looked just like Naomi. Wait, Naomi had a thing for Yuito. Does this mean Hanabi likes him too? If that's true, then I really did mess up.
Kasane, are you getting enough rest?
Don't worry about me. I know how to take care of myself.
Okay, but you're looking unusually disheveled today. I just thought you were so tired with everything that happened that you didn't even notice.
Disheveled?
Like your hair clip. It's kinda dirty.
Huh? You're right. I need a clean cloth and detergent. Should be in the kitchen.
Hey, you don't need to be so frantic. At least you're not lacking energy.
Okay, there. It's all clean now. What?
Nothing. I was just thinking about how carefully you're handling it. But it was pretty unusual to see you lose your cool over a hair clip.
This isn't just any hair clip. Naomi made it. We both have one.
Oh yeah, she did wear something like that.
She made them when I was younger to show that we were sisters. I can't believe I left it that dirty without noticing.
Are sentimental items really that important?
Of course they are. Even though I'm sure it's just a hair clip to you.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. I just thought it was a little curious, that's all. I don't have any sentimental item with my brother Fubuki.
Nothing? You must at least have a picture.
No, not even a digital image saved. It just takes up room and is a pain to maintain. Even a digital copy ends up being a waste of storage space. I'm just not the sentimental type, that's all.
Is that what a relationship between a sister and brother is like? It feels really distant.
Everyone's different. Your relationship seems strange to me.
Really?
Yeah. Okay, I think I'm going to take a break. You should learn from me and make it a point to rest well.
Learn from you? I'll have to think that one over.
What's there to think about? Come and ask me anytime, I'd be happy to teach you.
I guess there's a part of me that assumed all siblings were close like me and Naomi. There does seem to be something off about Arashi and Major General Fubuki's relationship. Kyoka, there's something I've been wondering ever since I joined the OSF.
What is it?
You seem very different during battles. I could be wrong, but it's almost like you're not the same person.
Oh. I guess you never had a chance to watch me fight when you were a cadet. It seems like I completely change personalities when there's some sort of competition. A lot of people are like that.
Are you talking about Kyoka's battle mode? It always surprises the rookies to see her suddenly go into beast mode.
I'm not that scary, am I?
Not scary, just a little surprising.
Want to know something interesting? She was always like that in the past. I know because Kyoka and I graduated the same year.
Really?
Yeah. You were famous among our class for being hard to approach. You started to change when you joined the OSF, getting friendlier every year. And now look how kind you've become. You only see the old traces of you during battle. I guess people change. Oh, look at the time. I've got an important nap to attend to. Later.
That's so strange. Do you have any idea why you changed? What was it that caused you to act differently?
Why I changed? I'm not sure. Maybe because the old me only saw herself. But after making so many friends in the OSF, I formed more connections with the people around me. Then I started wanting to cherish each of my relationships. That could be why I started looking after everyone.
The old you is someone I'd gladly trust to have my back. But I'm happy I met this version.
I'm happy to hear you say that. I hope I'll be able to stay this way.
What's wrong?
What? Oh, nothing.
That was really interesting hearing old stories about you.
Really? Just ask me if there's anything else you want to know. Oh! Do you want me to tell you about one of my favorite fortune-telling sites?
No, that's okay. I'm not really interested in that.
You don't need to be so shy. We should go get our fortunes read together sometime.
Should I talk to Shiden?
Shiden, can we talk?
What do you need? I'm busy.
There's something that's bothering me about your actions during our operations.
Okay, Ms. Leader. Go ahead, say what you want to say.
You fly solo too often during battles. From my calculations, you do this about 30% more than the other members. More importantly, there weren't many cases where it gave us an advantage. How about you coordinate with the rest of us?
What?
Did you not hear me? I'm suggesting that fighting individually doesn't play to our platoon's strength.
I follow instructions outlined by the operation. Or is babysitting you guys part of the plan?
I didn't ask you to babysit. Combining our strengths is a more efficient solution. We all have unique powers. Complementing each other with what we lack will help us fight more effectively.
Our operations have all been successful. I don't see a problem.
We could be stronger if we continued to train. Are you satisfied with our current state?
You don't have any right to say that to me. I'll fight my own way. Stop trying to boss me around.
This isn't an order, it's a suggestion. Are you alright? Do you have a problem with your hearing?
What did you say?
Now, you two, don't fight. We're all on the same team here.
I only suggested Shiden cooperate with us more.
Seriously? You were giving me a whole lot of attitude for someone asking for my cooperation.
Okay, calm down, the both of you. Listen to me. Shiden, your fighting skills and analysis levels are excellent. We all know you're capable of working on your own. However, you're part of a team. Don't you think it's worth practicing coordinating with your teammates? It's not easy to adapt to a sudden change, so why don't you start by becoming friends with Kasane?
Friends?
Kasane, you've taken the initiative to think about our platoon. Our team will become stronger if we're able to coordinate well together. But just telling someone how you feel isn't enough to reach an understanding. There are many ways to communicate. Why don't you study the people around you and think of creative ways to do that?
Creative?
You're both good kids. I'm sure you'll get along. Do your best.
I don't need friends. If I'm strong enough to fight alone, I can beat the others without having to rely on unnecessary coordination.
That's fine with me, as long as you don't hold us back in battle.
Are you saying I'm holding you back?
Yes. First, you charge into the front lines alone too much. You lose sight of your surroundings when you get excited. Your overconfidence and poor follow-through are also concerning. You always lose focus and relax when you see victory at hand.
I'll do better on the next assignment.
So you're aware of this. Good. Everyone has faults. As perfect as we try to be, we all have limits. That makes relying on your teammates a necessary strategy. Fighting alone will get you killed one of these days. Shiden? He seems angry. Was I too harsh again? Are you mad? I apologize if I offended you.
So you point out people's weaknesses in order to claim superiority.
That's not what I do. It doesn't matter who's better or worse.
Fine, be like that. But I'm never losing to you. I'll conquer all my flaws and weaknesses on my own. Now don't talk to me anymore.
I've really made him mad. I guess this means I didn't come up with a creative way to communicate my thoughts to him. I'll have to work on that. I bet Naomi would be able to handle this without a problem. I have to figure this out on my own now. I have to think of a way to get along with him.
You came. Sorry to call on you all of a sudden.
I don't mind.
First, let me apologize to you. Naomi was turned into an other because I wasn't strong enough to stop it from happening. I'm really sorry for the pain I've caused you.
I don't blame you for that. Anyway, what did my sister give you?
This.
It's her handwriting. Why do you have a handwritten letter from my sister? She never told me you two were close.
I don't think we were. We didn't fight together for too long, and we didn't exchange many words with each other either. However, Naomi didn't let that stop her from reaching out to me. Just read the letter.
These are recipes.
I have a habit of taking on too much work, so I'd often eat very poorly. I thought I hid how tired I was pretty well. But one day, Naomi called me over and handed me this. She said she put together some simple and nutritious recipes so I could take better care of myself when I was busy. She could have just messaged me, but she went through the trouble of writing it out. Can you believe that?
That's just like her.
I was grateful, but it also made me think. How could I neglect my own health to the point where even a rookie was worried? I'm sure Naomi was busy herself, having just joined the OSF.
She was always like that. She'd always prioritize others over herself. So did the recipes help?
Yes. They were easy, tasty, and nutritious. These recipes helped me take better care of myself. I didn't have much experience cooking, but she listed all the steps I needed very carefully. As I read her notes while I cooked, I began to notice how caring each word felt.
My sister was the best. But why are you giving this to me if it's helped you? It's something she made for you.
Handwritten letters are quite precious in this day and age. I thought it would be better if her sister had it. I memorized the recipes already. Besides, nobody is more hurt about Naomi than you. The person who needs it the most should have it.
All right, I'll hold on to it then.
I feel better now that I've given it to you.
What do you mean? Are you saying you couldn't wait to get rid of my sister's letter?
No, I didn't mean it like that. It's just that I'm reminded of what happened to Naomi every time I look at it. I've been with the OSF for a long time. I thought I was used to losing friends. But I still can't accept what happened to her. Whenever I remember, it makes me painfully aware of my own powerlessness. I feel like someone's squeezing my heart. If only I'd looked after the platoon better. There's a chance I could have prevented what happened to her. I'm sorry for unloading on you like this. I know that nobody is more hurt about her than you are.
It's fine. It's not like anything you tell me will make it worse.
I see. But as long as you continue fighting, you'll eventually encounter something you won't be able to carry on your own. As someone who's been in the OSF for many years, maybe I can help. Just reach out whenever you need me.
I don't think anything like that will happen, but I will on the off chance it does. Well, if we're done here, I'm going back.
All right.
He seemed like he really blamed himself for Naomi. I hate to see him waste my sister's kind gesture.
Oh, Kasane! Over here.
That was fast. I didn't think you'd be here yet.
I just got here. Now come on! Let's order us a bucket of sweets. This is so good. Tea with sweets is the best way to relax.
I guess. The tea and the cake aren't as good as what Naomi made.
Yeah, she was a good cook. Anyway, other than how it tastes, are you relaxing?
Relaxing?
You're not relaxed? If there's something bothering you, you can talk to me.
There isn't really anything. I'd be happy to take some fighting advice, though.
Alright, but are you sure you want advice from me? You were the best in the class.
You're pretty good yourself. You're not great at focusing on the whole picture, but you're great in a straight fight. I think you could teach me about using my power effectively, or how to make openings on the battlefield.
Was that a compliment?
Yes, it was. You just go right in, even if it's an obviously dangerous situation. Why is that?
I feel like you're saying I'm reckless. But yeah, if I had to give a reason, it's because I trust my friends. There are other people who will watch the whole battle. Even if I am a little excessive and clumsy, someone will cover for me. I guess I sound spoiled.
I see. Trusting your friends. I'll keep that in mind. I suppose there are a lot of different ways to fight.
I'm glad I could help. But that's not what I was asking. Aren't you worried about how you're getting along with people?
How I get along? What do you mean?
Well, like if there's someone you like...
Huh? I do like someone, but I'm not worried about it.
Really? That's cool. Could I ask who it is?
Sure. It's Naomi.
Huh? Oh, I didn't mean like in a family sense. Like a guy or something.
So you mean romance. You should have said so from the beginning.
So, is there anyone?
I Don't know. At least I've never felt anything like that.
So there's no one that you like right now.
I don't think so. I'd know if I liked someone like that, wouldn't I?
What? I think you can be attracted to someone without realizing it yourself.
Really?
Kasane?
I'm going to head back.
Yeah. Sorry it got so awkward.
It's not awkward. I don't know if it was relaxing, but I had fun, I think. I haven't had pointless small talk with anyone since I've been separated from my sister.
If it made you feel better, then I'm glad I invited you.
Why do you care about me so much?
Huh? We're friends. Of course I'd care.
Friends? You mean me?
Yeah. I think so anyway. Is that bad?
No. I don't mind. I was just a little surprised. I just thought we were familiar colleagues.
Colleagues? I would have hoped you at least considered us classmates. Well, we can say we're friends now.
I guess we can. Thanks.
Yeah, sure. We should have tea as friends again.
Of course. I'll see you later.
Oh, Kasane.
I'm here, just like you asked me. What did you want to talk about?
I was just wondering if you were okay.
Me? I'm alright.
Really? I mean, everything with Naomi.
Oh, right. Now that you mention it, you were there too, weren't you? When it happened. You saw Naomi transform.
Yeah, it was really scary. Just thinking about it upsets me. But I know it has to be harder for you. So...
And that's why you reached out to me. Thanks, but I'm fine.
That can't be true. You can't be okay.
I didn't say that I wasn't in pain, but right now I have bigger priorities than my own feelings. I'm going to do what I need to for my sister. That's all. You don't need to worry about me.
Okay.
Have you talked to my sister before? I mean, you're in different platoons, so I figured you wouldn't have interacted that much.
We talked once in a while, because we had common hobbies, like gardening.
Gardening?
I like growing flowers. When I said that, Naomi said she was interested as well.
Flowers. Right. Naomi did like flowers.
Not just flowers. She also said she wanted to grow herbs to cook with.
Can you grow herbs on your own?
It's not difficult if you know how to grow them, but it also depends on the variety. For example, mint is easy to grow. Parsley and basil too. And you use them a lot in cooking.
I see.
There were some plants that like dry places, and others that need to be watered frequently.
Why did you get so quiet all of a sudden?
I'm sorry. I realized I was blabbering.
I wouldn't consider any of that blabbering.
I studied a lot about herbs to teach Naomi, so I got a little carried away.
I see. Thanks.
You don't have to thank me. I just had so much more I wanted to talk to Naomi about.
Whatever it was you were going to teach her about gardening. Would you mind teaching me instead?
What? Of course. Are you sure?
I'm sure. You never know, it might come in handy. I also want to find out what my sister wanted to know.
Okay. Just like with herbs, plants have all kinds of uses. I'm sure it will be helpful in your life somehow. Oh, I know. The lavender flower has a relaxing property. Drinking it in tea or smelling its aroma when you're tired or feeling bad will make you feel better.
Thank you. I'll keep an eye out for some.
Okay. Well, goodbye.
She's so kind to me. I can tell she cares. And while her personality may be different, there's a part of her that reminds me of Naomi.
About time. Told you not to make me wait.
You'd complain no matter how fast I got here. So, what do you want to talk to me about?
I'm looking for something. Did Captain Seto leave a package with you?
Captain Seto? No, he didn't.
He had said he wanted to give me something. He couldn't keep that promise, but if he left it for me somewhere, I'd like to have it.
Oh, so it's like a keepsake then?
That's right. He didn't give it to you, so do you have any idea where he would put something like that?
Maybe the hideout. I don't remember anything like that, though.
Maybe you saw it, but you just forgot.
I guess, maybe. I don't even know what it is.
It must be some kind of small package or box, I think. Just go check the hideout again.
Hang on. You want me to look for it? I don't have time for that.
I don't have time either. You can use your psychokinesis to search faster, can't you? You're the perfect man for the job.
He's acting all high and mighty. He should be more humble if he's asking a favor. But if there really is a gift for Shiden, Captain Seto would be happy if I gave it to him. Fine, I'll look, but don't pout if I can't find it.
What? I don't pout. I'm not a kid. Just get going. You're back. Did you find something?
Yeah. I found a case with your name written on it in a corner of the hideout. I don't know if it's what you're looking for.
Let me see. This is a battle mask. Captain Seto left this for me.
So it was a gift from him. Is that a card in there with it?
Yeah, looks like it.
Dear Shiden, I'm sorry I couldn't put you in my platoon. This doesn't make up for it, but here's a gift. This mask contains special electrodes that will make it easier to control the direction of your electrokinesis. It's the same type as mine. Yours is specially made. I hope you like it. Shiden, you are the hardest worker I've ever seen in the OSF. I know you'll continue to grow stronger, so trust in your own strength. I know you'll be even better than me. I don't plan on losing, though. We'll be good rivals.
I can't believe he thought so highly of me. Damn it. There was so much I wanted to learn from him.
You were good friends with Captain Seto.
He was the only one in the OSF who saw something in me. He was a very special person.
I only fought with him for a short time, but I know that he was an amazing man. He was calm, dependable, and kind to everyone. I want to be like him someday.
You want to be like Captain Seto? You say it like anyone can do it. If someone like you could be like him, I would have been just like him a long time ago.
What's wrong with you? I understand you think highly of him, but I work hard too.
You don't get it, rich boy. Just working hard won't get you very far in this world. I can't believe you think you can get to his level. You have no idea what you're talking about.
Fine, I won't say it anymore. You got your gift, so I'm out of here.
Hey, wait!
What?
I haven't thanked you for finding this mask yet. Well done.
Was that his idea of a thank you? I did it for Captain Seto. Tell me if you need me again.
If I feel like it.
He's pompous, rude, and really mean. But he's not all bad, I guess. If I'm as open-minded as Captain Seto, will I see him differently?
Yuito, thank you for coming. You look well.
Oh, yeah, you look well too.
Just talk normally. It's not like I'm your boss.
I guess that's true. Okay, I will. What did you want to talk about?
Actually, I want to ask you about Gemma. We fought together when he was in Kyoka Platoon. We fight on different sides now, so I was wondering how he's doing.
Gemma seems fine. But now that you mention it, he does look tired sometimes.
That's what I was worried about. He can be too serious and awkward. Maybe he should pick up a hobby or something to take his mind off of work.
You really do care about your friends. It makes me kind of jealous of Gemma. It would be encouraging to have someone who cared that much about my well-being.
Well, now you're making me embarrassed. You never had someone like me to hover over you?
My father and brother were always busy with work. The servants were nice to me. But I didn't have someone as kind as you to take care of me. Not since my mom died.
I'm not as kind as all that. It's just that my friends who fight with me in the OSF are the same as family. Even when we're apart, I always wonder if everyone's all right. Also, Gemma isn't the only one I'm concerned about. I worry about you too.
What? Me?
Of course. Since we're both here, let me check up on you. You're not sick or anything?
No. I've been pretty busy, but I feel pretty good now.
Really? Well, no matter how busy you are, make sure to eat 3 meals a day and stay warm when you sleep so you don't catch cold. Oh, right. I got a really good charm recently. Where did I put it?
No, that's fine. You don't have to worry that much. This is kind of embarrassing. Is this what it's like to have a mother hovering over you?
Oh, really? That's too bad. But okay. We should talk again sometime.
See you later. Why is Kyoka so kind to me? It's not like I was in her platoon or talked with her very much.
Oh, Yuito. Sorry.
Why are you apologizing?
That white flower. I told you I would look into it, but I still don't know the name.
Don't worry about it. I'm not in a rush or anything. But thank you for continuing to search for it.
I will definitely find it. I will show you that blooming flower. So wait.
Okay, I'll wait. But don't push yourself. Just do it when you have time.
Wait.
What? Huh. It looks like she wants to say something. I feel bad for putting pressure on her, so I'll wait a little.
How is your stomach feeling recently?
My stomach? Now that you mention it, I guess I haven't had much of an appetite lately.
You should take some medicine.
Thanks, I will. How did you know my stomach wasn't feeling well?
My power.
Oh, that's right. You're clairvoyant. So you have the ability to see inside my body.
I do my best not to look into people's bodies, but it's hard to control. Sometimes I catch a glimpse.
That's a useful power, but it sounds a little gross. That must be hard, Tsugumi.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have looked without permission.
Oh, don't worry about it. You seeing my organs is less embarrassing than if you saw me naked. Also, you told me because you were concerned. So, thanks.
But I still shouldn't have done it.
Huh. How come you're always so hard on yourself?
It happened a long time ago, when I was little. I wasn't as good at using my power then. I saw a lot that I shouldn't have. Inside bodies, inside rooms, people's secrets, things I didn't want to see. I didn't know it was bad, and I saw something my friend was hiding. I told everyone about it, and my friend and all the adults were afraid of me. I was alienated. Everyone hated me. I didn't want people to hate me anymore, so I became afraid to talk to anyone. So I'm always careful not to see or talk about people's secrets. But
That sounds pretty terrible.
yeah, I did a bad thing.
That's not what I mean. You were just a kid. There was nothing you could do. Those adults should have known better. I'm sorry that happened to you when you were little.
But it wasn't all bad.
Really? From what I just heard, it sounds terrible.
I didn't have any human friends, but my grandpa taught me about plants. My grandpa liked bonsai, and he knew a lot about plants. He taught me that plants are friends who don't talk.
Friends who don't talk.
Yes. Well, not with words anyway, but with the shape of their branches or the state of their leaves. They can tell us a lot. And when we're sad, they're always silently by our side. When I heard that, I started to like plants too.
I see. Your grandpa sounds really nice. Thanks for the talk, Tsugumi.
Thank you for listening. Take care of yourself.
Yeah, I will. Friends who don't talk, huh? Well, Tsugumi doesn't talk much either, but she cares a whole lot. I guess liking plants is something we have in common.
Yurito?
Yeah? What is it?
Thanks for everything.
Huh? Sure, you too.
It's gotten easier to talk to you.
I'm happy to hear you say that.
Huh? Are you going somewhere, Gemma?
I'm going to Sumeragi Tomb to pay my respects. Have a friend buried there. I'm sorry for going at a time like this. I plan to come back as soon as possible.
Sumeragi Tomb? Would you mind if I tagged along? I've never been out with you before, and I like going there.
I don't mind. Shall we go then?
Gemma hasn't come back yet. I guess paying your respects isn't something you rush. Maybe I'll go get my fortune told while I'm waiting. Oh, that Baki collaboration should still be going on. Whoa!
Sorry to keep you waiting. What's the matter? Is that a fortune?
The fortune came with a Baki keychain I didn't have yet.
You really do love this Baki.
I mean, look how cute he is! Such a round and adorable face.
Are those popular? Sorry, I just can't relate to young people.
Yeah, really popular. They're often featured in magazines. They're so popular, they have a collaboration with Sumeragi Tomb. Do you want to give it a try?
No, I'll pass. We've been here long enough. I had a lot to share since I hadn't been here in a while.
You said you were here to see a friend. Can I ask whose grave?
Some friends of mine. My parents, too. My family originally had a separate grave, but we moved them to this communal tomb since we're dismantling our own.
Dismantling?
I don't have any siblings or children. Since the Garrison family will end with me, there's no more need for individual graves.
But you could have children in the future. I heard there are a lot of people who get married after retiring from the OSF.
I'm sure a lot of people do, but I don't know anything beyond fighting. Besides, I could die in battle before I get to retire, just like my friends buried here.
You haven't retired yet, but you're already thinking about your life ending?
My actual age is already past 50. I think it's normal for OSF members my age to be thinking about their closing chapters.
Really? I didn't think 50 plus was an age you'd be thinking about this kind of stuff yet. Besides, you could still fall in love. Nobody knows what could happen in the future.
Fall in love? I don't think so. Although, I guess I can't say it's completely impossible.
Yeah, there's still a possibility. You never know what might happen if you try new things. You might realize you shouldn't be wasting your time acting all old.
Do I act old?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, I am actually old, after all.
That's what I'm talking about. That right there. It's not good. I mean, you should just be more positive about this. We're children of the state. Try incorporating your inner child.
Inner child? Like how? You better not suggest kick the can or spinning tops.
No, I'm not talking about what they did in ancient times. I mean more like trying out the latest trends.
Latest trends? No, I'm too...
Actually, this magazine that had a feature on Baki made a list of trendy new restaurants and foods. I'm kind of interested, so do you want to go with me sometime?
To be honest, I'm not all too interested. But I can see how you're doing this for me. I guess I could try it once.
Great! I'll look into it then. Thanks, Gemma.
No, I should be the one thanking you. Kasane?
Gemma, did you read my message? I came to talk to you. It seems like you still feel responsible for what happened to Naomi. It isn't your fault she turned into another. There's no point in you blaming yourself.
You came all this way just to say that?
Well, you felt guilty enough to come all the way here.
You're right. It's probably presumptuous of me to think it was all my fault. Still, I can't forget what happened to her. It's sad to think this is how I behave after the decades I've fought.
I don't think it's sad, just surprising. I thought your experience would allow you to cope better than this.
That's what I thought. You don't have time to falter when a friend dies in battle. Our role as members of the OSF is to bottle up our feelings no matter what happens, and fight until the last other is killed.
But you haven't been able to control your emotions. Do you have any idea why?
I must be at my limit. I've lost too many friends. Friends of many years and rookies like Naomi. While everyone else lost their lives, I'm left standing here, my retirement drawing closer.
You make it sound like it's bad that you're alive.
I feel guilty. The young people with promising futures die, while someone like me with not many years left is allowed to live. That's why I was so committed to protecting the young members.
I know that you wanted to protect Naomi. However, there's no point in regretting the past that way. You're better off focusing on what needs to be done right here and now.
I know that.
Gemma, behind you! Good reaction.
The enemy was just weak. I can still fight for now.
What do you mean for now?
I'm old. I'll have to retire soon. When I retire, they'll stop administering the anti-aging drug. My body will begin to grow old and my power will gradually diminish. As someone who's had to rely on my power for decades to survive in battle, I'm a little worried about its strength diminishing.
I do remember reading something about that.
It might be the distant future for you, but it's just around the corner for me. Many retired soldiers have a hard time adjusting to civilian life after being in the OSF for so long. There are those who have nowhere else to go after society throws them out. No family or friends to rely on.
Are you saying you'll be one of them?
Yeah, I spent most of my life in the OSF. I can't do much other than fight. How is someone like that supposed to live outside the military? I'm ashamed to say that I'm afraid of that day coming. If I have to live on carrying these feelings for my fallen comrades, then I think I'd rather die in battle. I'm sorry. That was a stupid thing to say.
I don't understand. If you're serious about wanting to die, then I misjudged you. You say that you're the only one left alive, but it's not like you've survived this long on your own. Even my sister was worried about your health. And you just roll over and die? That's so selfish.
I don't know what to say.
You don't have to say anything. I'm leaving. Goodbye. What is he thinking? Naomi was so concerned about him. It's not like I haven't thought about giving up my own life if it could help save her. But that would only make her sad. I thought he would have figured that out.
Kasane, you've come to see me. Let me guess, you've finally fallen for this sly fox's charms.
Disturbing things do tend to stand out.
Ouch. I demand an apology and compensation. Therefore, I'd like you to come to Kikuchiba with me.
Kikuchiba? What are we going to do at a ruin overrun by others?
I mean, if I suggest we go to Musubi's for a talk, you just turn me down.
It doesn't matter where we do it. I hate meaningless conversations.
Just think about it. If there are others, we can fight. It wouldn't be meaningless if we were also gaining valuable fighting experience. If you don't want to talk, you can just focus on the fighting. That way, there's no wasted time.
I can't imagine I can improve my skills training with you. Our power disparity is too great.
Seriously? Come on, just humor me, would you? Please, Kasane?
Why does he want me to go with him? As irritating as this might be a good opportunity to finally get him to tell me about his past. Okay, if it's training, then I'll go with you.
That's the spirit. Don't let my graceful knife skills make you fall in love with me.
Since I'm absolutely not interested, could you fight invisible the entire time? There's no sign of any others.
What, really? They're usually everywhere. Of all the days they're not around.
This is no different than talking at the hideout. Let's go back.
Wait. We'd be wasting a trip if we just turned around and went home.
Fine.
Atta girl. Don't worry, I won't bore you. There's also something I wanted to show you.
What?
It's a surprise for later. Come on, this way. Well, our plans may have gone awry, but at least we can have some fun without getting interrupted by others.
Our goal was combat training. Having them around was the whole point.
Even you must have realized that the combat training was nothing more than an excuse. Oh, this really brings back memories. This area used to be a shopping district. I always came here with friends to blow off steam.
Now it's nothing but a bunch of sad rubble. Gives me a strange feeling.
I mean, I guess to someone young who wasn't around back then, this would look like nothing but a pile of rubble. Somewhere nobody lives anymore. Nothing left but visions. It's almost like the entire city has been left to haunt this area. I know it sounds absurd, but in a way, it's actually pretty funny.
He's doing it again. He's lost his levity. I wasn't just imagining it.
Oh, there it is.
An arcade game?
Not just any arcade game. You operate a crane to grab a prize, and if you manage to drop it down the hole, you get to keep it. This used to be real popular back in the day, especially with couples. This is why we came here. Let's see if it still works.
It's plugged in, but it's not responding. Maybe it's broken.
Wait. No, it's just locked. All right, time to use the hacking program I borrowed from Arashi.
That sounds illegal. This place may be in ruins, but are we allowed to just operate this and take its prize?
Don't worry about it. It's been left like this forever, so nobody's going to get mad if we take a prize or two. Oh, nice, it worked. Ha, look at that. Now tell me which one you want. I'll grab it for you.
There are only plushies. I don't really want any of them, but if I had to choose one, then that one, I guess.
Okay, say no more. Consider it yours. I used to play these games all the time back in the day. I'm basically an expert now. Start it up, turn here, and now!
He dropped it.
I'm not giving up yet. One more time. This time I'll get it for sure.
He hasn't even gotten a single one yet. At the rate this is going, I'll never be able to ask him about himself. Can I get a turn?
Okay, but this is more difficult than I thought it'd be. You know, I bet the store manager put the prize in a position where it's hard to get. Hey, you're cheating! All my hard work vanished like tears in the rain.
You brute forced a locked machine with a hacking tool. So who's the real cheater here?
Well, I suppose you're right. Okay then, I know this just started to feel like a date, but I think it's time we call it a day.
Oh, were you two together?
Oh boy, looks like we're caught. Well, cat's out of the bag. I guess there's no sense in hiding our secret now.
Secret? What were you doing?
He thinks we were on a date, which I in no way wanted any part of. If it were a date, well, I'd call it a complete failure.
Kasane? Why would you say that in front of me? What part of it was a failure?
Naomi told me dates were supposed to be fun. That wasn't fun at all.
Oh, that's too bad.
Well, you're a little too young to go on a real date anyways, and I am an old geezer. In fact, I'm old enough to have a kid your age. Now that I think about it, the major here would be more suitable for me.
Then why don't you treat it like an outing with your daughter?
What's the fun in that?
It's not like I actually want to go on a date with him. I can't imagine it'd be more fun than this last one.
Whoa now, that sounds like a challenge to me. Okay, give me another shot.
Do whatever you want.
I'm glad you two are getting along so well.
There are a lot of things different about you, Kasane. I could say you're an unlikely woman.
Naomi always said I was easily misunderstood.
Yeah, I get that. You just say whatever is on your mind. I generally find staying quiet makes more friends, though. Oh well, that lack of control is one of your good features.
Hey, do you see how great I am now?
I don't know about great, but I do think I've come to understand you a little better. Arashi, why are you sleeping here? Didn't you say you were going to check the SAS?
Arashi is currently in maintenance. Please wait until services resume.
Skipping out on work? Arashi, you bring lazy to a whole new level.
Shut up! People need to get plenty of rest or they can't work.
Plenty of rest. Oh, look at the time. It's almost time to eat.
No wonder I'm so hungry. What a stupid alert system.
Wow, so you can't even be bothered feeling hungry? Well, I was going out to eat. If you're hungry, then how about joining me?
Eat out? Listen, Rookie, the city is full of danger. You could find yourself surrounded by civilians or hounded by the crows.
Fans in the press. Must be tough being famous. Basically, you're saying...
It's a pain.
I thought so.
We don't need to go out. We have our rations. It gives us the minimum essential nutrients we need. Isn't that wonderful?
You care about efficiency that much?
Of course. And these rations can be eaten right away. It's my treat. Want to join me?
It seems like you're absolutely against going outdoors. Okay, let's eat here then.
Ah, this soda hits the spot. There is no better beverage in the world.
Glad to hear it. By the way, do these rations taste a little too salty to you?
You think so?
I'd understand if it were heavily seasoned, but I'm just getting a strong taste of salt. It's not very balanced.
That's surprising. I thought you were more like me and didn't really care about taste that much.
Now that you mention it, I don't think I used to care. I bet it's because of Naomi's cooking. My taste probably changed without me noticing.
She likes to cook, too. Handmade hair clip, homemade cooking. She sounds like quite the homemaker.
She liked doing it since we were little. And I always helped with the taste testing.
I see. That's why these rations are not to your liking.
It's not that I don't like them. I just said it's not very balanced. It could just be that my palate is more refined now than it was before.
Good grief, are you really bragging to me about your sister right now? How are you two so close when you're not even related by blood?
Because my sister was so kind. There's no way I would have survived in that house without her.
Did something happen with your family?
I guess. Don't get me wrong. I'm very grateful they took me in. But my parents don't see me as family. Not Naomi, though. She's always been there for me, protecting me. And that's why I wanted to do everything in my power to protect her no matter what.
I don't know Naomi that well. We only got to fight together a short time. And this might come off as rude, but that hair clip and Naomi's cooking you hold so dear, I just don't understand their worth. However, hearing you tell me about them has helped me to get to know Naomi. You really found yourself a good sister.
Yes, I did. Thank you for the food.
Okay, we've gone through the chore of eating. Time to resume services.
Seems like you're ready to go back to work.
Before I forget, you can pay me back for the rations by helping me out with a little job later.
What?
Oh, just hearing you talk about Naomi, I sense that you're someone who has a strong sense of duty. When someone protects you, you protect them back. In other words, since I treated you to a meal today, you'd want to pay me back. Or else it wouldn't sit right with you. I'm really just doing it for your sake. I'll let you know what you have to do later. Now, I've got to go.
Oh, that's so unfair. Arashi! This must be what she had in mind the whole time when she said she'd treat me. She really got me. Nobody is better at slacking off than she is.
Oh, Kasane, perfect. Can you get me a soda from the refrigerator?
Sure, but I think it would be faster if you got it yourself.
I need my calories. Burning those calories with my power would be putting the cart before the horse. Don't worry, I'll pay you back. I don't know when, though.
I think understanding you better will make our battles more efficient. Well, then I guess we both need to understand each other.
I really admire you, Kasane. You've only been in real combat for a short time, but you lead everyone so calmly.
I think your leadership is what allows me to be so calm in a fight.
Now you're just flattering me. I'm glad to help, though. If there's anything you want to ask me about, don't hesitate.
You might hate my meddling, but I can't stop myself from worrying about you. I'm not a fan of it, honestly, but it's not that bad when it's you.
There. This doesn't solve everything, but at least he won't ask me about it. He's someone I may have to kill eventually. I need to make sure we interact as seldom as possible. Or else I might lose my nerve when the time comes. He's kind of strange. He's not like Naomi or Captain Seto. It's not like I found him especially interesting, so why couldn't I just ignore him? Oh well, he can't contact me anymore. For now, I just need to focus on Naomi.
Damn. Kasane. What is she even thinking? Ever since I met her, she's been hard to figure out. It's also weird that she looks like the person who saved me when I was young. Even talking to her face to face, it kind of feels like we're not on the same page. But she doesn't seem like she'd kill someone for no reason. I can't be sure, but I feel like she wouldn't. If she doesn't want to tell me anything, I just have to figure out the truth on my own.